Hello, I've started the recording. We are going to watch The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. I've got Gael here,
Hello.
noted Lord of the Rings enthusiasts,
Enjoyer, some would
who,
say.
who, LARPer, some would say, who has not seen any of the Hobbit films. I have not seen the extended versions of the Hobbit films, and I have just learned that for the first film, the difference is only like 13 minutes. So
Okay. So
it's
it's
not
actually a
like,
very long theatrical film.
yeah, so it was already long, it seems. So like just regular IMDb says 2 hours 49 minutes, and then this extended one
That's
says three
insane to
hours
me.
31. So um yeah, I guess that's the case, if assuming IMDb has the theatrical. Anyway, we're watching extended.
Yeah.
Um And no, I'm not going to wait. You can always jump 5 minutes ahead and start. That's why the timer's on the screen, is you can join at any moment. Anyway, um, yeah, Alex recommended the trilogy for Sardonicast because we recorded the next episode a bit early. We've got a few weeks before we're recording the next one. So, um, and yeah, hope you got your copies ready. Hope you should we. Was there anything you wanted to mention before we hit play, or because
Yeah,
we could
so
have a
I
little?
haven't seen these three films, but I know a lot about them. Like I watched the Lindsay Ellis documentary, which I really enjoyed,
Oh
like
yeah,
thoroughly. If you, I just love that thing. And I've also read a
yeah.
lot about it, and I've seen some of the behind the scenes, and I've seen like
Yeah.
clips of some of
Don't
the
spoil it
scenes.
for people who
So
haven't
yeah,
seen it,
I won't spoil
by
what
the
I
way.
know, but like there's some stuff where I'll probably like mention things or like, how do you know this if you haven't seen the movie? It's because I've watched a lot of the supplemental material. I basically avoided watching the whole movie just because I know they're not as good as the original, and I didn't want to ruin that experience for myself. But at this point, I mean, I know enough about them
Now
that
that you've watched the fucking Amazon show,
yeah, it's
there's
now
there's no
it's not gonna
reason
be
not
worse
to.
than that because I know Howard Shore's music is in this, and that music
This,
it's like the John Favreau thing. You can play slideshows over that music, and I will get
yeah,
emotional. So
yeah,
it's kind of one of those
and
things.
and this might be the ideal way to experience this trilogy, is after watching the
Yeah,
Amazon show,
I think so. I
because
think I'm
now,
ready.
yeah, now it'll be like, oh well, it's
It'll
not as
be
bad
a
as it
fresh a
could
breath
have
of
been,
fresh air, new content, new Lord of
Yeah,
the Rings content, but kind of what I wanted from the show, except with
yeah,
better writing. Like I want
um,
this, but with better writing. So
yeah. And yeah, I don't think my copy is high frame rate. I have no idea. But anyway, yeah. So that's an interesting tidbit. So I watched it in high frame rate in the theater.
oh,
We just have a Blu-ray rip, so I don't know if the Blu-ray is high frame rate or not. By rip, I mean a legal rip. Um,
illegal.
yeah, fair use. Anyway, so everybody get ready to press the fucking play button on go, or not go, the silent go where I click my tongue, and make sure your subtitles are enabled. Gael will start slightly earlier, but don't
Yep.
pay attention to that. And yeah, without further ado, let's see if I can remember the rhythm there. All right, 3, 2, 1, and we should be
Yep.
fairly synced. And so if if I sense that you're reacting slightly early to something, then I'll just ask you to do a quick pause play,
But
and that
yep,
should, yeah, on your
that makes
end.
sense.
And anyway, um the high frame rate was weird. Yeah, it did feel, there were certain shots that felt a little bizarre, video gamey, like depending on how far back something was, or like what type of action it was. But yeah, yeah, I have no idea if they did a variable frame rate like fucking James Cameron did with the new Avatar. That was so distracting.
It's basically starting exactly like the Fellowship of the Ring. It's the same font, different music, but like the same score. There we go. That's the Shire theme for the people who haven't clued in.
Am I in the same key? No, I'm not. I'd have to get a different recorder to play along with it.
Oh no. Oh, we're starting in the year 3000.
Make it up to you.
Is that Ian home again? It
I
is,
think
right?
so.
I think
Yeah.
it looks like him.
Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah, because he died eventually. This is why.
I mean,
I assume he died after
yeah, this was
this.
a while ago. 2012. When did he die?
Sometime between
Not
then and
not that
now.
close. Not that soon after.
He looks so weirdly. He looks like weirdly different. You know, like I can see his makeup.
I think this movie killed him.
Oh no.
If I ever die in a freak accident, the story will be about the last movie I saw.
Yep, pretty much.
It'll be like, Smile was so bad it killed him. If I just like have a freak medical emergency or something. I have an extra large reusable solo cup that I made 2 drinks in at once. Not 2 different drinks, but 2 drinks worth.
Love the architecture. I'm not a fan of like this. This feels like a Marvel shot, you know, like this like really
Yeah.
extreme wide shot with the guy walking and the camera panning. Fun. So we're getting some lore.
The first trilogy was not without its digital shots, but you'll see, I guess.
The thing about the first trilogy is like afterwards when I learned that some of the shots were digital, I was like, no way. Like the shot of them running over the bridge of Khazad-dûm was completely digital, and it just I don't know, it
Yeah.
just sold me. Oh, that looks dangerous. So different origin story, I think, for Mithril and this one than in Rings of Power.
Mithril.
Mithril. Oh, it's not even Mithril, it's just the Arkansas. Okay. I don't know if this is a real thing. I don't remember.
I mean,
Oh, that's Lee Pace. He was in Twilight, and I think he fits this role of Thranduil. He's Legolas's father in this. I think he fits this elven look really well. Hey, we got a pretty Moen moment. Cut to fucking what's her name? Julia Roberts and Richard Gere.
You what?
You what, mate? British?
Yeah, music adds a lot. Love it.
It
There's
really
atmosphere
does.
to it.
This is like a different. These are different tracks. I know he wrote different original scores and compositions for this. So these are
But
this is
if
some
it
new stuff for me as
feels,
well.
it evokes the same emotions.
Yeah, it feels like it belongs in this universe.
Yeah, you could put up crayon drawings
And I
play
would
the
tear
score.
up. Yeah.
You'll cry.
Okay. I don't know if Tolkien ever wrote that.
Oh
Ooh,
shit!
ominous foreshadowing. A hurricane.
A Haryukin. So this movie is like exactly, well, like 10 and a half years old now. It was probably a summer 2012 movie.
Yeah. I like how our main character. Oh, that was a weird shot.
I've seen pictures of that.
It's a perfect fourth. So gratuitous action.
Well, I mean, that looked like real fire when the actor was on fire, at least.
Yep.
Take that, David Cronenberg. You know, if it's CG fire, it looks like real fire. Oh, that looked like CG fire.
That must be.
Yeah.
I like how our main character is very conventionally attractive for a dwarf. Like, he's supposed to be a dwarf like the rest of these guys, right? This guy?
Yeah. It
But he's,
feels
like,
like he's
much more
not.
attractive. He's like Aragorn.
It feels like he's not a dwarf.
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
Oops.
So they're trying to recapture, like the prologue of Fellowship was so, like, masterful in how it was written and presented, because they had to present so much information. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Just riding a moose. It all looks so weird. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They all have, like, a weird sheen or, like, some sort of glimmer on
The
them.
the lighting is particular.
Yeah, look at this. Like, I don't know.
It's like fuzzy, almost like kind of airbrushy kind of feeling
Yeah.
on some. I think there might have been some like de-aging happening with the actors. Maybe that's
Yeah.
like part of it.
That makes sense.
I think they might have done digital work on some of the. Oh yeah, yeah. Now I'm remembering that's definitely they did digital work on some of the actors' faces in this somewhere in this trilogy.
Yeah,
I
because I can
remember
tell
that being a
Ian Holm looks
specific thing.
weird.
Yeah. Which is weird. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not weird if you can't tell that that's what's happening, but it's 2012, you know?
Yep. Yeah, one of the things about the prologue from Fellowship that worked so well was how it, like, captured you right away. Like, it had an easy hook with the ring and with
Oh,
Sauron,
yeah.
and you kind of
And
really cared, and it set the stakes in a way that you really cared about.
it was like more mysterious and like sinister and
Yeah,
presented
with Galadriel. Yeah, with
there was a
Kate Blanchett
higher
narrating.
idea of like danger than just dragon, because dragon
Yeah,
seems like a little too familiar of just like, oh, the
for sure.
dragon's the danger, whereas like the ring itself was like presenting a new idea of like fantasy horror in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
just
there's also like you were wondering,
immediately
like, what does
gripping.
this ring do, right? Like, it's
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. What are the rules? What are
Yeah.
all the powers? You know, it's
Whereas this,
presenting
it's
a
like,
new concept, not something like a dragon.
yeah, introduced a lot of characters as well, like, really quickly.
Oh yeah,
Where this one we kind of felt like we just kind of focused on Thorin, and that's kind of it.
yeah.
He looks exactly the same. That's freaky. Elijah looks exactly the same as he did in.
He's tiny different. I think his face slimmed a little bit.
I could see it.
The music.
Ugh. I'm like turning it up and down based on like when it's actiony and like really loud, just turn it down. When the music comes back, turn it back up.
Damn. I'm so good at finding the right fucking notes. How did I do
I can't
that?
hear the recorder, by the way, if you're playing it.
Oh, it's okay. It's probably auto filtered through in the Discord.
Yeah, I
but
bet it is.
people on stream heard it. I might have some settings turned on. I'm not gonna fuck with it right now though.
Oh my god, why does he look? Oh, what is up with dude? Something's wrong with Home. Like I don't know what he just
Homeboy.
feels older.
He
His
is.
face isn't moving. It's like Botox. Oh, there you go.
He's half TF'd into Scary Bilbo.
A little bit.
Just the sags. That's what Harvey Weinstein said.
Oh no. A lot of extreme close-ups on his face that are not helping. Yeah, he does look a little different now. Looks like that's like almost like a 5 o'clock shadow or something.
See, look, his presence in the look at Frodo on the right. That was digital. That's so weird.
Yeah.
That wasn't a forced perspective. That was a weird. He was in front of a green screen, and then they
Yeah.
put him in the shot, which is so
I've
annoying.
seen the scene with like Bilbo and Gandalf from the Fellowship so many times that like
Yeah,
his face just looks wrong. Like the way I don't know how to explain it.
yeah,
You have to
yeah.
compare the two to
I
like
know
see it,
exactly what
but
he's
his
older.
face just looks wrong. His performance too, like I don't know. Something about his voice is also weird.
Smoke weed every day. Is that Halo?
It's a ring of some sort. Oh,
Oh.
that's too much. Well, transition. We take those.
Overrushed production. That sounds about right. Yeah. It's crazy because PJ did the whole like video diary thing for that too, and I've heard that they're like kind of depressing. He just documented how it's a worse movie, basically.
Yeah.
I forgot to shower after my workout. Now I look gross. I don't think I'm smelly.
This music is really weird. Like over the scene.
Yeah.
It doesn't like fit in my opinion. Like you don't have to play anything here, you know. They
Yeah.
figured it out.
His voice is a little different too. Yeah. It's
This is good.
noticeable.
I would literally like pick up smoking as a habit just so I can smoke from a pipe like that. I want these fucking
You
long
can blow
ass pipes.
bubbles.
Look at that, you can gesture with it and shit. Yeah, I agree. I think Martin Freeman is actually really, really good for this role. He like I buy him as a Hobbit.
Yeah, not poor casting.
They've always had really good past casting in these films. I can't remember her name, the casting director.
Was it Ellen Chenoweth?
I don't think so. Is she your favorite casting director?
No, just her name shows up in like half of the movies that exist, often
Didn't see
enough
it.
that I know the name. You shouldn't like what's
That's funny.
what's a name, for a casting director? Like you
Ellen Chenoweth.
like
That's
why
so
do I
funny.
know that name? Just I've seen too many credits. Ow. Ba, 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 da.
I'm a simple
If I
man. Just
sing,
show me
it
pictures.
will
Yeah.
help with your
Oh God.
sync. In chat, Bill are watching the movie. You'll know if your copy is in sync.
I think you're a bit behind me.
Um, that's ideal for,
Yeah.
yeah, for the delay. Long gay beard.
Oh my God. This is the Sackville Beggins stuff from Fellowship. That like little phrase there. I recognized it.
Mm.
They used it for the exact same purpose in this movie. It's funny. Here we go. Yeah, I'm a very simple man. Just show me like footage of the Shire and play that music over it, and I'm pretty much good. I'll watch that. I'll watch like 3 hours of
Rock
that.
hard.
I heard they didn't use as much forced perspective in this film. I'm like gonna
No,
watch these scenes
it's
intently and
very
I see,
disappointing that they didn't.
yeah, dude, they put so much work into those shots in the first movie. Like literally days of work to get like a 2 minute scene.
He's weird. I'm sure you've seen that image where like it ranks the dwarves from this movie and they're like, which one's fuck?
I
Which
have not
ones
seen
know
that
what
image.
fucking is? Like fucks without knowing what fucking is. And
This guy sounds like Gerard Butler.
Gerd Bird. He does.
The way he says this, I'm just thinking of like this is Sparta.
Yeah. Also, like, I feel like his bald cap is like kind of apparent. It's one of those things where
It
like you
is, yeah.
can the curvature is a little too wide compared to the rest of the.
Yeah. Fun fact, do you remember oh maybe I shouldn't. There's actually nothing in this. So you remember when they Fellowship goes to Moria
Mm-hmm.
and they find the tomb of somebody?
Yep.
It's this character's tomb, the
Oh,
white bearded
nice.
guy. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
he's
what
like
you're talking about.
he after this story ends, he like takes they just go to Moria. I can talk more about it after the story
The
after like the three
mines.
movies are over. Yeah, they send an expedition to recapture the lost colony.
I don't know what food is.
What is this cheese? It's mold.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of doorbell is that? Oh, attractive characters.
Electric. I don't know. these, yeah, these they're the faces are funny and weird for a lot of these like new characters, but
Yeah.
nowhere near as goofy looking as anyone from the fucking Amazon show.
He looks like it should be. They look like they were trying to cast Jack Black for the one on the right, and they just found someone with a similar face and who's leaner. This guy.
Yeah. Looks like he's gonna do some like metal like
Yeah. He looks like he belongs in a band, yeah. This is a weird scene.
I just remembered I'm supposed to be taking notes for the podcast, so I'm gonna write a couple.
You mean you're not just sitting back and enjoying the movie?
Never do.
How does he have enough food to feed all these people? When was he thinking of eating it? This guy's got so much food in his house.
He's a hobbit.
I guess.
It's probably for potluck. It's probably for fucking big party.
He was ready.
They love food.
I mean,
Look at those
food's pretty
big
good.
cheese wheels. Look at that ham. Oh my god. The big ass ham. Yeah, hobbits do have second breakfasts.
Hey, a little callback to the first movie. What a classic. Is he gonna hit his head on the thing again as well?
A wizard hits his head precisely when he means to.
That's true.
Where's the gabagool?
I like how this character just literally has an axe
Paisano.
in his head.
One short dwarf. His voice.
His- okay.
That Dutch angle for that shot too. It's like they're gross.
What
And
an
drunk.
endearing personality trait to make us like all these characters.
Yeah. Are you stepping on the food? The fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, dude. I don't know what I'm watching anymore.
Confusticate.
Good word. Yeah, I think this was green screen. Yeah. I think they were filmed separately here.
Yeah, there's the lighting is like
Yeah.
a big giveaway. It doesn't feel like the plate should cast a shadow on him if it's that close, sort of like one of them should be casting a shadow on the other. There's always like tiny subtleties that alert your subconscious that it's fake.
Yeah, things sometimes just don't feel right, and eventually just like sense it.
Yeah. I get that feeling when I look at Hillary Clinton.
Oh, here we go.
Is this a
I
musical?
I really hope this is just some like extended edition garbage that they threw in.
It's only 12 minutes of difference, so if you feel that way about
At
more
this
than
point in the
12
first
minutes of the
movie, we're
film by
like
the end of
after
it,
the
then you'll know.
prologue, and we're like in the Shire, getting to know our main characters that we need to grow to
It's
enjoy.
been almost 30 minutes.
Wait, how
So
far
we're
into
like
the
a
movie are
sixth
we?
through.
We're almost 30 minutes. Okay, at this point, we're like actually in the Hobbit, in the house still, talking to Bilbo and like getting ready to leave. And like Bilbo's probably already left, and they're talking about the ring. That's how I make sure I look when people open doors. When I knock on the door, I just look to the side and give them my like profile. So people go like, "Wow, he's
Yeah.
attractive."
That was almost like a Mufasa entrance.
Yeah, all it was missing was
Just
fanfare.
yeah. Thank you for the sub, Improv Drunkish. Oh, Gael, would you like to plug your PayPal? Because Gael, yeah, we would like to thank
Yeah.
you for your contributions in Lord of the Rings nerdery
Yeah,
to these
hopefully I can
streams, and it means a
be
lot.
around more these days. Thank you. Yeah, my PayPal is paypal.me/VexelG, I believe.
Yeah, I
Let
will.
me. I'll put it in chat.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's put
put
it
in
in
YouTube
Twitch
chat
chat.
as
Thank
well
you.
if you want. I can mod you on YouTube chat if you post.
I'm on sub only mode, so I can't. Or I think I am. Yeah, I
Are you
can't
not
type in mod, but that's
subscribed?
okay. Not on this. Oh, I'm on VPN. I just realized I'm on a what do you call it? VPN thing. So it's fine. Like I'm
I
on a
don't know what
private
you mean, but
tab.
that's okay.
I'm on a private tab, so I'm not logged in. So
Yeah. Here, I'll post it in the YouTube chat.
well, thank you. Hey, another line from the first movie. I wonder
Yeah,
how many lines
please
from the first three movies are we gonna get from this. Maybe take a
please
drink every
send
time.
Vexel some donations, everybody. We appreciate your contributions to these streams. Thank you. He's also between jobs at the moment, so
I am between jobs. He just
here I'll give you.
lit a thing with his finger, by the way. Like he lit his pipe with his finger. That's more magic than I've seen Gandalf use in like all three movies.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
I don't know what we define as magic. I guess.
so like in one of my favorite like scenes from the original was Gandalf and Saruman fighting, like that fight scene. And then when you hear
Mhm.
Peter Jackson talking about it, he's like, "I'm really not a fan of like, people point their fingers and lightning comes out and shit. I think that's really
Yeah.
boring." So I just had it being like these two old men just beating the shit out of each other, basically. And that's basically the whole scene. It's just they're just beating the shit out of each other with like, and it just kind of works. Like you
Flying a
don't
bit
see the magic,
more
but it just
exaggeratedly.
works.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I mean. Just like visible, like magical powers being used, like things coming out of his fingers and shit. But guys,
All right. You could probably pin that one. That's a better one to pin. I think I can pin it. I don't know how to do this. Can you pin it, please?
Thank you,
Sorry.
Adam. Thank you, friends. I appreciate your support. How came you by this is good. If you want something to sound cool, just change the order of
Yeah.
the words. So
That
like
Yoda figured that out a while back.
in the first movie when Aragorn finds like the brooch that that Pippin drops, he says, "Not idly do the leaves of Lorien fall," which is from the books as well. Instead of saying like the leaves of Lorien don't fall idly, he says, "Not idly do the leaves of." He just like changes the grammar. I love shit like that.
Have sex with Jar Jar, you must. The extended editions aren't on HBO Max of these, but Lord of the Rings they are. Huh, interesting. Sorry.
Oh, why? Like it just doesn't have the same effect. Do you remember the first movie?
Not
It's
at
like
all.
I am not trying to rob
I
you.
do remember. It was a
It
nice,
just
like, kind of. The camera moved a bit more, and
it almost felt like
yeah, it
there was
was all
parallax.
about the
Like the lighting
perspective.
changed.
It was too tight in this one, and the lighting was off.
In the first one, they did it with one shot. Like it was just like one shot, and you could see the transformation. He transforms them
Yeah, that's
back. And this
bizarre.
one is just it cuts to different people, so you couldn't really tell.
It doesn't have the same effect. The only reason I could tell that that's what they were going for is because of the memory of the first film, which is,
It's
you
yeah.
know, something I've talked about quite a bit with other movies.
In the first film, as an audience member, you're also really like invested because you're like Bilbo's trying to. He's like he doesn't want to give up the ring, right? Bilbo's got the ring. Gandalf's like you can't keep the ring, and Bilbo's like why not? And it's like you don't know are they gonna
Because I'm
do it? Is he
big.
not gonna do it? It's like a really intense moment in the first movie. This one's just like randomly
Yeah,
happened. Like what?
it expresses his dire seriousness. It is kind of silly also to put that sort of thing in The Hobbit, like these weird Memba berries moments. I don't because I watched this in theaters. I don't
Mhm.
remember explicitly the Memba berries moments because maybe I hadn't seen Lord of the Rings as many times, and I wasn't as familiar with it at the time, and maybe also because I wasn't as like it wasn't as much of a thing to be just explicitly calling back to other properties. Like we weren't in this
Yeah.
huge like sequelitis thing. It was just starting at the time, right?
Yeah,
And
that makes
so
sense.
yeah, I don't remember that being a thing, but now watching it, it's kind of like not only is it just like get over it, but it's weird for that to exist in this property in particular because like we know that Tolkien didn't write it that way. Like he didn't do
Yeah.
that. Like
He didn't go
and
like
so
he didn't
we want to see this other
redundantly
story that Tolkien wrote. Like there's no fucking way that he did these member berries moments. Like
literally just borrowing lines from The Hobbit in Fellowship. It's like no.
Seism 9, that sucks. I've had my 4K Blu-ray freeze before. Restart the player, unplug it, wait 10 seconds, restart it. You can always sync back with the time code here. So the Xbox One was like the worst 4K Blu-ray player I've ever had. But Series X plays it fine, PS5 plays it fine now. Thank you, Samario. I appreciate it. A fool of a took.
Pretty much.
Love that photo. I mean, portrait.
Yes.
It's a photo with a filter.
It's a weird anachronism. Just mentioning golf in the Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. Right in the book? No. Slits his throat. You'll turn into scary Bilbo.
I like that we're in the world of contract law. Like he has to
Yeah.
sign this contract. Remember, like in the Cat in the Hat, where
Oh
they made
yeah.
such a big deal about like the contract must be annulled. It's like, what is the significance of this
Sign a
again?
deal with the fucking devil.
So
That's a
weird.
classic.
Trope.
What do
Yeah.
we? Trope.
This guy's so cool. Every line
You
he
said
says, he's just
amongst
so
us.
cool.
He did amongst us.
Look at the difference in their nose sizes. Like the person with the prosthetic and then Thorin.
Who made a fan edit? An edit? Topher Grace? I think I remember hearing about that or something. Yeah,
Fan edit of what?
of these movies or something. You like trimmed
Oh,
them
like they cut
down.
it into one movie?
Yeah, like the
I bet it's
Topher
good, yeah.
Grace from that '70s show. It'd be
I bet it's
interesting to
better.
watch the Topher cut.
Wait, Topher Grace did a cut of this?
Yeah, I think I remember
So
hearing that. Yeah,
weird. That's so random.
just an unauthorized fan edit that he attached his name to for some reason. I should look that up. I'll
By
add
the way,
that
we're
to my
doing.
notes.
Oh, I've heard the song. This one's okay.
Can I pin messages? Oh, I can in YouTube chat. There, very nice. I remember liking this song actually. The song
Yeah,
is from the book. Oh, interesting.
I feel like this sets the tone a lot for what we need to expect.
I
or
like
what
the
we want
tone
to
of this
watch.
better. Yeah,
Better
we're
than
40
like
minutes through and
them.
we get the tone.
Better than them like having a food fight. You know what I mean?
We're
Like-
gross.
Like
Isn't
if we
that
started here
wacky?
somewhere, that would have been fine.
Yeah, cut out the first like 30 minutes or so. I mean, honestly, like that's everybody knows this is bloated. You look at the size of The Hobbit as a novel compared to any one of the Lord of the Rings books. Like it was like a fucking short story.
Pretty much, it was a
You're like-
children's book. Yeah, basically.
Jackson, the original announcement was that Jackson would be making 2 films, which
right.
everybody already
New
said
Line wanted 3, right?
that
Or
seems a
Warner Brothers
bit
did.
stretched out. And then they were like, we're doing 3. Okay.
This is all nice. Like this is a nice shot to follow up with
Yeah.
the song. Like you
It's
could
not
start
all
here
bad.
very easily and be fine. It's gonna be a. Yeah, it's gonna.
Are
be
we
a
gonna
guy
watch
in
the
a
Hobbit
headband.
animated movie from the 80s? Maybe someday. We're
one?
prioritizing. There's a not it's
Not Ralph Bakshi.
not Ralph Bakshi, but similar. Yeah, we were talking about it when we watched the Ralph Bakshi one, that there were
I see.
Hobbit ones. There was some legal dispute, but Rankin Bass,
I see.
however you pronounce his name, Rankin and Bass. Thems. Yeah, I haven't seen those, but we could watch those in the future. I wouldn't mind, but we're watching these for the podcast specifically. I feel like such a champion with my extra large dishwasher safe reusable red Solo cup. I've never felt that. There's some things I
Oh, I
own
see
that
it.
like I might as well be sponsored by, but I'm not.
That's funny.
It is not a light beer. I made myself a double
Oh God.
Aperol spritz. Again, weirdly
What is
digital.
this music?
Even though it doesn't. Was it digital? Like, why is the lighting weird? You know, like, why wouldn't they? Like, there's something off about it.
This music has almost like a 90s 101 Dalmatians vibe to it.
Yeah, it's like,
And there we go. There's the theme.
yeah, bring it back. Feels like it could be in like Babe. I haven't seen that movie in
Yep.
forever. I don't know why I feel that way.
Oh, you should
I
recommend
don't know.
that.
I don't know what the soundtrack sounds like in Babe. Did I
Probably,
pull
yeah.
that from my like 2-year-old memory? I should rewatch Babe.
You could recommend it.
Yeah, I should. Everyone's mad that I haven't recommended Death to Smoochie yet, so I think I have to do that first.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll see. Some fuzzy ass horses. Did George Miller direct Babe, or why are you listing 2 George Miller films and Babe?
Balin's well cast, I think. A white-haired guy.
George Miller directed Babe? Okay, fuck, I
This
do
guy.
have to watch that.
Wait, who's George Miller?
Director of Happy Feet and Mad Max.
Oh,
Just an interesting guy.
very.
Also the name of Filthy Frank, but not the same guy.
Wow.
You get a prony.
Someone's saying they're all ponies. I don't know if that's true. I don't know what a pony is technically. I think it's a breed of horse. I don't know.
George Miller only directed the second Babe.
I see.
Well, somebody else fucking fact check this right now. We're watching Lord of the Rings. Stop talking about Babe. Even though I brought it up. I love little coin purses like that. Little coin
Yeah, we
bags.
should bring them back.
You're free to at any moment, Gael.
You know, next time you see me, I got a coin purse and a pipe, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm ready
Be
to
a
go.
trendsetter. Make it happen.
Yeah, why not?
It's so fetch.
What's wrong with that?
It's a booty cloth. I don't know.
Oh, and we're bringing back this theme now that we're humming,
Yeah.
but in the score. That's cool. I'm not like this percussions in the back is the only thing I'm like not. a
It's
big fan of,
not.
but the
Yeah,
theme
it
itself
is weirdly
is nice.
unnecessary because I closely associate that percussion sound with the
Isengard, right?
orcs.
Yeah,
Like kind of that. Yeah, when you get that real percussion-y sound,
it's like yeah, Isengard and Mordor.
it's
like,
too closely associated thematically in the universe.
And someone's saying drums in the deep, which I get. That's kind of like the name of the song, the drums in the deep. So I get that they're doing it for that reason. But you have to be careful when you've already composed something and you're trying to have it both ways. That's kind of funny. He's like sucking them in. Classic. Ian McKellen looks good. He like still looks good in that makeup. Still convincing. He said
More
that
weirdly digital
he
shots.
definitely prefers the character of Gandalf the Grey over Gandalf the White, so he enjoyed coming back to this role because they're technically kind of different characters.
What's weird? So I watched this in high frame rate in theaters. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a high frame rate Blu-ray or whatever. So What's weird that I'm now realizing is having that experience in theaters. Maybe the weirdness of the shot was just like more to do with how digital it was, and I was tricked into thinking it was partially responsible. The high frame rate was partially responsible.
I'm sure the
You
high frame
know,
rate didn't help.
because sometimes the shot just looks weird,
Yeah, I agree.
and then there's like so much of it where I'm like, well, this is the first high frame rate movie I've seen. So you almost kind of like blame that. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the combination. Just yeah, the lighting.
Like it's just I wish these attractive characters were not in this company because it's just like there's a few
Doesn't make
too many of
sense.
them, you know?
There's no reason for them to be attractive other than like just a weird studio.
Like they literally look like Hollywood actors. They look like they could walk
There's
onto the red
yeah,
carpet dressed like that and it would look fine.
grease them up, make them uggo. That's a bit better.
Yeah. So this is Moria. Okay, maybe they'll talk about it. No, they'll definitely talk about it. What am I talking about? They can't resist. Oh, those.
You'd fuck him.
No, I was talking about the score. There was like little like da 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 da,
Oh
which
yeah,
was like reminded me of like
I didn't hear that.
the Mordor theme or Knife in the
Yeah,
Dark, I
yeah.
should say. His eyes. There's really cool lore here that would take me way too long to get into, but if people are interested, you should like read about this battle and the beheading of Thrain and that kind of shit. Why couldn't this have been in the prologue? It's a little bit high. Like I don't know. Whatever.
They could delve
Balin's
into that a
better.
bit
Balin's
more.
a better narrator than Ian Holm here. Ian Holm was, and Kate Blanchett was obviously better than all of them.
Kate's done some good work this year, actually. Well, 2022. Shitty shield. Oy. Good name.
This is also a borrowed score.
Yeah, not a bad way to do it.
Yep, Oakenshield, Pinocchio. I mean, Tolkien was doing it first, you know? Why'd they have to make the hats so ridiculous? I remember they did this with Radagast as well. Like, they just really leaned into, like, the comedy bit of it, trying to make characters look goofy. And the result of that, obviously, was that the characters just looked goofy. And, like, when they're put in serious situations, it's like it's hard to take seriously because this guy's wearing a fucking weird ass hat.
Look at the top of his head. Look at this dude. Oh, no, no, no.
Those wargs. Oh, I hate the designs.
The subtitle in black
Yep.
speech.
Yep, in black speech. In case you're
black
wondering what language it
speech.
was.
Oh, no, no. Oh, you can see a little mini rainbow in the corner for a second from the real rain.
Very real rain. I like how you can see
yeah.
clear sky behind the trees.
No, but it's real. It's real liquid on set.
Yeah.
At least it seems.
Like Gandalf's hat looks really dry compared to like Martin Freeman's hair.
It's I've experienced enough times sun but rain at the same time.
Oh yeah, no, I like that.
As long as
When
the
it's
cloud's
raining
not blocking
with
the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's like they have real rain in the background, but not like directly touching them. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Something off. This shot doesn't look good.
It looks like those old Windows screensavers / desktop backgrounds. You know what I'm talking about?
Like an old video game. Chaos reigns. You should watch Antichrist. Yeah. Fucking Willem Dafoe's in it. You should watch Antichrist. Willem Dafoe's in it.
That was the only movie that I did not watch to the end. I can't remember. Like when we were watching, and I was just like, I'm just not watching this. And I just like,
okay.
stopped. I remember we were watching it like a long time ago.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. Like he's got bird poop down his right ear, right? Like, how am I supposed to take this character seriously? He's literally swimming in shit.
He's a shithead.
He's literally a shithead. Why should I take him seriously? I don't know. Like, I get that Radagast wasn't the smartest character in the books and was like tricked eventually by like Saruman and like is kind of like this a lot. But did you have to plaster it all over him?
This is definitely a scene in the film. Heterochromia. Or weird lighting.
More weird hats.
It is weird lighting. Now his eyes are the same. Wow.
That's interesting. That must have been deliberate. That's hard to do.
Or just weird color grading.
Oh, that would be really embarrassing. No, now it's the reverse.
That's bizarre. Man.
That was a very carefully animated dying hedgehog.
More carefully animated than first draft Sonic.
Very true. It's like animated to be really cute.
Yeah.
Like not to be
piggy.
realistic. Jon Favreau would disapprove.
a bad CG bird.
I mean, yeah.
Perfectly honest, you could have just captured a bird in front of a green screen doing that.
Yep.
Like you wouldn't even have to train it. Just put like a little feeder box there. It would do that naturally.
That entire sequence looked CG. Like him
Yeah.
like riding the sleigh.
Ponies.
Glowing or glowing
Oin
is
gloin.
so glowing is actually Gimli's dad. There's that relationship.
Is it Gimli or Gimli?
I say Gimli. I don't know. I say Gimli, but it's probably Gimli.
Is there
There's
an
probably no
I?
I there. I mispronounced their names.
Okay. Simile.
Simile. Gimli. I'm just remembering the final.
Frodo.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the edit of the bed scene. Gimli. Gandalf.
Aragorn. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody watch that video later.
It's so good. Legolas.
Oh. Classic internet.
That's so good.
I was born just in time to be all about those old memes, you know?
I love it. It's history. Like someone's like, there's meme historian is gonna be a real job. You know,
Yeah.
you have to go to university for that shit.
I'm a memologist. Otherwise known as Meme Lord. What video? We plugged it at the end of the Return of the King watch along, didn't we?
Did we actually?
There's like a. We definitely did.
I don't remember watching Return of the King with you.
Sorry, not Return of the King. Well, when did
The
I?
Rings of
I
Power,
must have
probably.
Yeah, it must have been at the. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry, Rings of Power watch along. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't do a Return of the King watch along. But yeah, I definitely plugged that on stream before. I remember talking about that. I'll find the video right now just in case people are curious.
Yeah, I'm sure this scene where they're trying to find two ponies is going to really help advance the plot.
All right, the video is called Lord of the Rings dash funny ending in parentheses parody. It only has like 200,000 views.
When was it released?
And I'm sure
What's
it
the date on
existed.
it?
I'm sure it existed before YouTube, but the
Yeah.
date is so this is like ripped from something called bowfunk.com. There might be
Wow.
a video that's has more views than this, but this was uploaded August 2010. But this is definitely the video.
I love the title of the video.
Yeah, there might be one with more views. There might be an earlier upload, but that's it. It's so funny. The name Minty.
Minty for him.
It's a minty horse.
We're doing, by the way, I'm sure you've already recognized, but we were doing the trope where the more important the character is, the more British they sound. And then these guys are like Cockney because they're more, evil. And then
Dirty.
the dwarves are Scottish. Like the dwarves have like laddie and they're like Scottish accents. So we're still doing that.
Ponies had some weird ass faces. I think those are CG ponies. Those are CG ponies.
This is a throwback, by the way.
Yeah, pacing issues for sure.
I mean, they're doing this because like they want to do the whole story that he tells the kids later, and then they see the. Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about, or I'm not gonna spoil this?
I know. I'm just saying we're an hour through the movie.
We're quite a ways through. I like how the troll is called Bert.
Very weird voice. Also, we just saw that like down there is entirely flat. Must have a slit or a micropene. There was no bulge at all. Squirrel. He's speaking Iwu. What? It's weird how he said he's too quick before the attempt
I
to grab
know.
him and before he moved. Like that was weird.
Someone
Like
wrote
in
the
the
script before
yeah,
consulting the
no
animators.
communication. That's annoying, actually.
You what? We're British? Like, I can't believe that troll just said, you what? I cannot believe that. You what, in it? This music, though.
Not a bad theme.
Yeah, it works. Very triumphant.
Do a Saw 4.
Wait, what?
The guy
Oh,
got his
yeah.
arms
Yeah,
and legs
yeah,
ripped
yeah, I
off.
remember.
I'm shocked. I love being able to pull specific traps from specific Saw movies. It's just it exposes me as a weirdo.
There's like some. Yeah, that's fine.
You
Lol.
turned to stone in the dawn. You exposed your weakness. Traitor. That's fun.
So I actually like this. This is funny.
Yeah, it's a good scene.
You what?
I'm good to eat.
There's a weird effect on his voice.
Oopsie.
Well,
You'd think they would set up their cooking in a place that's not susceptible to
just a
this.
clearing.
Yeah. Do they come back when it's nighttime?
No.
So they just always have to avoid daylight.
Yeah.
They
What
just go
I'm
in a cave or something. Ugh. I'm sore.
I'm sitting on my knees again.
Classic.
Yeah, it's just like I've been sitting on my knees this whole time.
You watched the
I saw the thing, yeah. I
Animal
saw the
Crossing?
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
yep.
Sonex, make a clip of that.
It's
Maybe
a
you did, and
weird
I haven't checked
photo.
any clips.
I haven't seen that photo. I think you showed it to
Yeah.
me when you took it, and then I forgot that it existed. Yeah, there's something to be said about that scene because in the Fellowship of the Ring, Bilbo talks about the trolls like to the kids, like in the during the fireworks in the opening. He's saying like the sun came up and turned them all to stone, and he's like telling this story, and then they see the trolls later in the trilogy. You see the stone statue of the trolls, but I don't know
Oh
if
yeah.
that there was actually like an account of it in The Hobbit. It's more like it's the story that Bilbo
There.
tells, and Bilbo's like an embellishing storyteller. He's like known to be like kind of an unreliable narrator. He kind of tells the story in The Lord of the Rings too. A lot
Yeah.
of it's narrated by him, and that's what makes
What?
it kind of interesting and fun.
You're right. You're right. I'm not familiar with what's in the novels, but I understand that what they're essentially doing is like scraping every molecule off the fucking
Yeah.
chicken bone. They're searching under every crevice to find lore to fill these films with so that they can make an actual trilogy out of it,
Yep. And
Um,
here's
so if
more of
they
it,
if
right?
they half-heartedly mention something at any point, it's gonna have to be in here.
Here's the exact same thing. These swords that they're finding, they give that, like, he's gonna give Bilbo Sting probably right now, and Bilbo's gonna give it to Frodo later. Um, and it's the same thing. It's like something they found from the first one. It's like, yes, these blades were forged. We give them more lore, which is fine. They were forged by the elves from Gondolin. They're interesting because the reason they glow blue is because they're imbued with the hate of the elves that they had for the dwarves, for the orcs back in that age, back in the second age when they just fought the orcs forever, and they were really talented magical craftsmen. So these swords have like a magic to them that's really interesting. But again, they couldn't resist. But okay, like, oh, we gave Bilbo a sword from the elves. Let's show how he got that sword, right?
Yeah,
Deville, I like that. It's like it's a little bit more subtle than obviously like Pinocchio, but it's definitely like in the same realm as this kind of trope that we're now used to. It's almost like the birth of a new trope here. It's not just that it's elvish, it's that it's specifically the elves from Gondolin that crafted it, which is why it glows blue. But yes. Love it. Good music there. Good acting. Good lines. Kind of weird, but timing, but still works. I love the way he says hurry. Hurry! I zoom in on the blade because it's an important prop.
pacing's picking up at 75 minutes through the film. Nope.
Nope, that's just right, I guess.
Never mind.
There's no pace in this movie. It just kind of it's a string of scenes attached together. My least favorite sequence from The Fellowship of the Ring is when they're running away from the Balrog initially, and there's a sequence where they're on the steps and they're jumping and the staircase is falling apart. You remember the sequence I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's like my least favorite sequence in that film.
Why?
Just because it doesn't need to exist. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't advance the plot forward. It just like they're running from the Balrog, and then suddenly there's a pause for literally over 5 minutes, and the Balrog is not even chasing. I guess he's chasing them, but he's like waiting for them to finish, like, because the studio wanted them to add a scene there to make it more intense, to ramp up the action.
More
But it just
action.
fucks with the pace so much, and it's like a fine scene, but it's just
Interesting.
like doesn't
I
do
didn't.
anything
Yeah,
for the
I didn't
movie.
have any issues with it.
Ooh, we got
But
a
yeah,
name
again,
drop of Ungoliant. Shit.
I'm not as
I didn't know we
familiar
got
with
that.
what the studio
for
put
me.
in also for those
Your
films.
mic's cutting out of Discord a little bit, but yeah.
I will adjust
your
the
mic's
noise
cutting
gate.
out.
Hold on.
I can see you talking on the stream, but it's not all coming through.
Yeah, hold on. I'll try to fix this.
Yeah. Yeah, Ungoliant is like the ancestor of Shelob in a sense. She was there.
How
She sapped
about
the life of the
now?
two trees. A little bit choppy, but I heard that.
What about now?
That's perfectly clear.
Okay, I've massively decreased the input sensitivity.
That's fair.
So honestly, it can be 0. I already have filters going through. Why would I even want it at
Put a
anything
noise
through
gate on it.
Discord? Yeah, it's already going through other shit. There we go. That should be better.
Okay, yeah, I think it's implied this is the Witch King. Yep.
I should tell Scoot to turn that off. That might fix some of the stuffs on our stream.
Weird effect. So now the pace is actually picking up. We're getting somewhere with the story. We've introduced some antagonists that aren't just trolls, literally trolls. Music works. Oh yeah, little pipe weed. Why?
Yeah.
Like why, dude? It's literally like it's literally just tobacco, according to like not according to Tolkien, but like Tolkien was a big smoker and he loved tobacco and he never implied it was anything more, but yeah. I love the fan theories. This is a Morgul blade. Touching it would feel weird. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like again, like Radagast has cool lines and a cool role in the story. I don't know why he had to look so goofy. What the f? Oh, that's so. I definitely prefer the warg designs from the first films, from the first 3 films. I think they looked better. It's a good
Still calling
line.
them ponies. This is always fun. We have no ponies. Wargs.
Wargs. I like saying wargs, but everyone in these films says wargs to not have
Oh.
ambiguity.
Oh, that looked weird. Okay, yeah. That was not an issue with the fucking high frame rate in theaters. That was an issue with it just being CG weird shit then.
Right.
I'm glad I'm watching it not
Oh my, that
high
does
frame
look
rate
weird.
now.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, there's just some fucking weird shit. It had nothing to do with the frame rate. I'm glad I'm recognizing that.
Damn, this guy's got wrists though.
Yeah, I think some of the CG is doing that, like, dumbass John Favreau thing where you're giving them the fur glow border so that they pop out from the environment more. But it's just like there's something off about it where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, when you pop out from the environment more, it feels like they're not a part of the environment. Sure, it's like your eyes
I
are
can see
drawn
them.
to them, but it looks bad.
Yeah.
Make them look like they're a part of the environment. What is wrong? Like, what is wrong with people? Why don't you do that?
Oh, we're doing the scene from... Oh.
Eh.
What the f... In black speech.
Yeah.
Interesting that they were in a forest a second ago, and now we're on these like rocky
Yeah.
plains, just like in the first movie, like in the Fellowship, how when the warg attack happened, it wasn't in the forest because that's harder to animate. It was on rocky plains. There's
That
another
was
like slight
fun.
issue in like I'm trying to remember. Like I already know a lot of these characters, but I haven't
Yeah.
memorized the names of them with the faces yet. And
Yeah.
like they haven't
They're
like
just
done a
kind of
great job
there's
of
too many of
introducing us to these
them.
characters.
They're not distinct. With this much runtime, you should have developed them more and had them
Yeah.
more memorable and distinct. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like I knew all of the Fellowship when we were
Yeah.
doing that. And this is more people than the Fellowship, I'm pretty sure. There's more than 9 people here. And I'm expected to remember all of them and their names. And I like to. Can't imagine people who don't like to.
Yeah.
Like, be harder for them. Wait, I recognize that. I recognize that horn. That's an elf horn. And that's the elf theme in the score. I respect that so much that you can just like there's no like account of the horn, like what it sounded like that you can audibly
Hmm.
make out. But Peter Jackson did such a unique take on it in the original films that now I just hear that horn and I go, oh, those are elves.
It's canon now. Yeah.
It is.
You can make something
I love it.
like the sound of a T-Rex from
Yeah.
Spielberg's Jurassic
Or
Park.
a bald eagle. You know how like the bald eagle doesn't actually
bald
sound
eagle,
like
yeah,
how
yeah.
it's
Except
just
that's
sounds like
just a lie because there is a real bald eagle that you could reference.
It's the sound of the red-tailed hawk that they use for
Yeah.
bald eagles in movies.
Yeah, a perfect metaphor for America.
Pretty
It's a
much.
big lie. A big facade makes it seem tougher. All squawk and no bite.
His beard looks a little weird here. I don't know why. So we're just gonna ignore the elves? Like I'm curious, because like the elves just ostensibly saved them in some Deus Ex Machina moment, but like I was expecting us to like meet the elves who saved them and like take the story from there. I don't know why we just kind of ignored
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay, I see. We are meeting the elves.
Yeah.
This is Rivendell.
Yep. The theme.
Or Imladris,
Yeah.
if you want
Familiar
to give it
music.
the elven name. This music is so fucking good.
Look at that guy's beard.
Which one?
You could jump rope with it.
The orange one?
Yeah. That shot. Tim and Eric
Of
face. Second. It's so quick. All right. I'm going to leave it going. I'm going to take a quick pee. I'll be right back.
Yep. I'm excited to meet these characters. Great design. Music's good. There's something like weird about again the lighting. I don't know what it is. It's just everything. This is like they use this in the first film too. It's very like glowy, which is fine, but like there's something else going on which I can't put my finger on. Oh, my Elrond. This is my Elrond, guys. This is Elrond. It's probably not even Elrond. It's Linder in Elvish. That's the same horn. They're the ones who saved you. There you go. That's your answer. Agent Smith in the house. I watched The Matrix again recently. It's so good.
Good.
Hold Rex. These people are fucking.
Did you watch the shitty new Matrix movie with me or no?
No, I didn't see it.
And you never should.
I will.
It can
avoid
remain
seeing
a
it
secret.
forever.
All right, then keep your secrets.
All right, then keep your secrets. The way Hugo Weaving in that movie, in the scene where he's on the desk with Keanu, says the word garbage. You help your landlady
Yeah.
take out her garbage. It's just really good.
Yeah, that was a good impression.
Oh, this is my Elrond.
It's my boy.
Something that was brought to my attention about Rings of Power. What happened to all the long-haired elves? Right? Like, it
They
wasn't
got their
just
hair
Elrond's
did.
character, right? Most of the elves did not have long hair.
They had a
Like,
makeover.
I don't know.
That
I
is
think
a
I
yeah.
prefer
I
this
mean, there's
design
no
better.
reason for it. They just didn't notice the design choices and decided they would do their own. I guess
Yeah, they decided to go in a different direction, but I don't know
maybe
that it
unintentionally.
worked. Yeah.
Ooh.
Again, that will be Gimli's father.
Hmm.
And he the way that guy said the word chips. It was so fey. Have we got any chips? Okay. Gay joke. He's gay. Ha ha ha, that guy was attracted to a man. Isn't that funny? In 2010?
What a loser! 2012 even.
Yeah, whenever it came out. I love this. I love that he recognizes the blades because it makes sense for him to if he was born like a really long time ago. This is Gandalf's sword. Rook has a replica of this, which I absolutely love. He has one of the the props that he
Oh,
got
nice.
somewhere. Yeah, it's just, it looks so good.
Very cool. Did anybody get that fucking code for tar? Because I'll put it on the screen again if nobody got it. Thank you, fanboy. Thank you for the raid. Have a tar. Whoever wants the tar, go for it.
Hey, fanboy.
Avatar.
We're gonna get another musical number.
Somebody please take it.
Avatar.
Tipsy cat.
Again with the food
just
fights. Like,
adjusting
is
my
this supposed
focus.
to endear me to the dwarves, or the other way around, endear the dwarves to me?
What was I doing? I was testing the focus because it's not an autofocus, and I had to manually change it with my thing, and I changed it so I could give you the code for tar if anybody wanted to take that. Somebody in the fucking YouTube upload, see if nobody took that, because I'm not doing it again. Tossing it. It's a great movie. Tar, it's my favorite movie of 2022, so
Nice.
fucking go back if you want the code. It's got Kate Blanchett in it, and she should be getting an Oscar, hopefully, for it. Moon runes.
Sick.
Moon watches me. Maybe I should ask for a collabo at some point to drastically increase my streaming presence.
Do it.
I always feel weird asking for that sort of thing.
I know what you mean.
But they get like 20,000 viewers like on a stream. I rated them once. It felt like I did nothing. I appreciate your raids, fanboy. Thank you. If there's little enough people watching that I notice a raid, then it's a good thing. If I ever hit moon numbers, then maybe not. Maybe raid somebody else. There's a lot of light.
Yeah. Moonlight, apparently.
Blaster Master, I'm shocked you give a shit about the Golden Globes. Who cares? They mean less than the Oscars. Sad that it didn't win. What? A nothing award?
I like how he gets a white warg.
Of course.
No, we could tell who you were from behind.
Yeah. With the arm, especially. And yeah, also like no other orc looks like him at all. Aw. Why didn't they translate it to English? I'm too stupid to read subtitles. Straight through the elbow seems like a shit idea for like that just seems like you'd be in constant pain. Like he's moving the joint.
Yep.
Why even have a like what do you do with that
I don't know.
arm, the fake arm? Like do you pick things up? Surely there's a better way to do that.
There has to be.
Unless you've lost all feeling in that entire limb or something, then like why not?
The shards of Narsil. Why not? We're in Rivendell. Let's just show all the parts that we showed in the first movies.
Exactly.
Take the camera around. Give us a tour.
Dude, shards.
Dude, Narsil.
Pride shards.
That's the painting that they did. I can't remember who made this painting, but they commissioned someone for this.
Why is the orc language called black speech? I don't know. Did Tolkien name it that?
Yep.
There you go. Ask the Tolkien estate. The scene's not in the theatrical. I don't mind the scene. I like seeing comfy Bilbo. Those feet.
I think they mean potentially the Narsil scene where we saw the.
Oh. Well, I don't know. Elaborate, Copcat.
I feel like it's hard to cast Hugo Weaving in things because he has such a distinct face and sound.
I don't agree. Hugo Weaving has had a very versatile career.
Has he? I don't know.
Hugo Weaving's played a bunch of different characters.
Okay. I don't know any of his work outside of this and The Matrix, so.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving played like what, V for Vendetta, right?
Oh yeah, in that one. But you didn't see his face in that one, so kind of the part about him having a distinct face.
Yeah, but it was still, the distinct.
Yeah, it was a good role. It was a good role for
him.
Yeah.
Hugo Weaving's done a bunch of shit. Let's see. Yeah, Lord of the Rings, V for Vendetta. Obviously, those are the big ones. Let's see what other major roles.
What the fuck is this? Are you seeing this?
I am seeing this. Naked.
Why? I didn't ask for this.
I don't remember that, so that might be it. This might be an extended.
They just added a shot of them fucking skinny dipping on the fountain.
Yeah, Agent Smith, Lord of the Rings, V for Vendetta. They've done a bunch of voice acting. Well, maybe you're right.
Like where his face is prominent. I don't know a lot of them.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Actually, he's done a lot of voice acting work.
I believe it. He's got a great voice.
Why not? Yeah,
he got a good face too. It's just really distinct.
He plays Megatron in the Transformers movie.
Oh, that's awesome!
I didn't know that. A lot of like really prominent voice acting roles. That's really cool. He was apparently the narrator of a film called Horseplay in 2003.
Interesting.
Gotta watch Horseplay. All right, watch listed. Oh, thanks, fanboy.
Oh my god. Did we got the emote unbanned? That's amazing.
I don't think it's unbanned. I think mods can just do whatever they want. About to turn into imaginary band boy.
Oh no, the sacrifice. I like this shot. I've seen this shot a few times. It's weird because it looks like she's just on a rotating, like
Yeah, but her legs
circular
are
floor.
twisting. She played a male monkey last year.
In Tar?
No.
Okay.
In Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. She did a fucking fantastic job in Tar. Oh yeah, but like even in Pinocchio, she was fucking fantastic. Like she's done some really great work in 2022.
He might have. Oh,
Probably my
that's
favorite
so
actor for
sick. We
2022.
got like a really subtle score, like Isengard
Yeah.
score going do 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 as it turned around. I love that. I love Christopher Lee. Like this is the only I've watched a lot of the parts with Christopher Lee in these movies just because I like his portrayal of Saruman. I think it's so good. This is the White Council. We got White Council and Black Speech.
God damn it. After I adjusted the focus, my fucking frame things are back. My screen tearing is back. Or it was for a second. Okay, it might be fine now. All right. But why does his hair look CG?
Everything. So his beard's a bit too dark. His
Yeah,
face
he's
is
popping
like
out from
age
the
corrected.
environment in a weird way. Like,
Yeah,
it's just the focus isn't set up right.
I'm pretty sure he was like 93 when they were filming this or something. Like he was like fucking old. The eye lines are weird too. It doesn't look like he's looking him in the eye. Something weird about the way they filmed this.
Smaug.
Smile.
Surely when you have a dress that long, it just gets covered in shit by the end of the day, right? Surely it's like brown. A white dress that long?
Yep.
Like weddings only. You can't just do that casually. You got some magic floor, yeah. Someone should make a Crobecat style video on the Hobbit using behind the scenes footage.
Sorry.
Fucking you do it. You could start your YouTube career doing that if you really wanted. If you got an idea for it and you think you could do it, do it. I don't have the time, but if you want to do it, do it. If you're passionate about it, fucking do it. What's stopping you? Post it on Reddit, might blow up. Yes.
Yes. Soda. Oh. I love that crunch Yeah, chord cluster there. Yeah, look at his skin, like on his forehead. Sauron, like Christopher Lee's.
You think you will? Awesome. Post it in my subreddit and say that I gave you the inspiration to do it. Just make a good quality video and then, yeah. Go for it, Blaster Master. Please do it. I'm not going to do it. For that other edit. Watch-alongs make boring movies so much easier.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Just see what the chat's saying.
Yep.
I never could have done the Halo show alone. That was my first watch-along.
Nice.
Yes. Let me know if I'm interrupting any moments for you. I can.
No, I'm just watching the scene intently because I just like this scene. I've got a lot of actors that I enjoy watching on screen that have good screen presence. Whereas like the scenes with the dwarves,
screen
like
presence is a good way to describe
like
it. Not like that guy.
no, not
a lot of screen presence there.
like whenever the dwarves are on screen, especially when there's like a lot of them, it's just such a blur. Like it's just like, all right, just fucking dirty dwarf number 13.
Poorly
it's so not interesting
established.
To me.
Even if let's say we didn't know of those characters before, there's something about seeing them on screen and how they're presented. You know, smaller cast of characters in that scene too. There's a bit more intent with who we're supposed to focus on. You know, they're just better actors too.
There's an interesting thing going on there that I was watching for as well. So like Saruman. Yeah, I'll just keep watching this scene because I'm gonna keep watching while Kate's talking.
Jot down a note if you feel you need to.
I already know what I want to say. Yeah, what's the word? It's very atmospheric in a way that like is enjoyable to me. It's interesting that these characters are like similar age. These two characters. Actually, never mind. Galadriel is like way older than him, but still.
Music doing a lot of the lifting here.
Yep. This track is called "The Breaking of the Fellowship," I think. Oh, it's not the whole thing.
Just
and
that
that's
part,
the Hobbit theme. Yeah, it's the Shire theme or whatever.
Do you hear it now?
No, I don't. I'm glad I don't. I can see you playing.
Discord's saving you somehow.
Yeah, Discord is. I found a way to fix that, by the way. So I wanted to play instruments over Discord on this microphone, and I found out that you can't do continuous activity on Discord, but you can do push to talk and hold down, like way down your push to talk button key with something. So that's what I do.
Weird.
I did a push to talk.
That's bizarre that you would have to do that. I have the noise gate set to like minimum.
Like, I did the same thing. And it was stopping me. Yeah, I did the same thing. It was stopping me.
That's bizarre, but also probably for the better as a default. I just wish I could change it.
Yeah,
it's a good thing they've implemented for most purposes on Discord, but yeah,
they have a lot of. Oh, and nice. We get the drums in the deep or whatever, like that theme playing here. I like this. This is the only new theme I guess, the leitmotif that they introduced to this that I
And
like how he's incorporated into the score
and you
because it
know
feels
what?
like it belongs.
Not only does it feel like it belongs, but as a person that only watched the Hobbit movies once in theaters, this theme feels like literally just as memorable as any of the
Yeah,
other themes from the original Lord of the Rings films to me. When they start playing it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know this. And like, if you didn't say that that was exclusive to this
this
trilogy,
film.
I might
Yeah,
have thought it was actually from the original trilogy, just because it's
yeah.
memorable.
It's really good. It's well orchestrated. The variations are good. Yeah.
Yeah, like you
Too
better
bad. Too bad. Look
come
at these
at it with
characters. Too
the
bad. Like they're all. You can't even tell which is which from this distance. It's
no.
so bad.
Whereas these same shots in the original Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship, clear as day.
Yeah, you can
You
tell
know
them all.
exactly who
Yeah,
was where, and you could see Legolas running around, and
from like
like
400 feet
yeah, they all
away, you
had
can tell every
different
single one of them.
movements and postures.
This is
This
a
reminds me
notorious
of another
sequence
scene.
from this film. This
Oh
sequence got
yeah.
a lot of hate.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
Beep.
This is just they're just trying to do like Caradras from the first movie, like when they're
Yeah,
on the mountain and the snow's coming
exactly.
down.
Yeah, I was. That's why I said this reminds me of another scene. That's
Yeah.
literally what I was thinking of. As soon as it was storming and they were on the cliff end edge. Weird.
Yeah, dude.
Beep.
Yeah, it's so
What do they
hokey,
call them?
dude.
Rock'em Sock'em robots? Is that what
I
they
don't
remind me
know. It's
of?
some Shadow of the Colossus shit.
Damn, bro. Oh yeah, okay. And then yeah, this
Like they're
also
just
from the
on
first
these
movie.
creatures that are
That's
fighting each other.
bizarre.
And these aren't
Okay.
even like
I didn't
creatures that
remember this shit.
canonically exist as far as
Really?
I understand. No.
They weren't in any of the literature. Or what do you mean? Like they
No.
weren't even
I think there's
referenced?
like
Like
talk of some stone giant thing, but it was just I believe it's interpreted as being
bizarre.
a variant of trolls. Like you know the trolls that we saw earlier? It's
Okay.
like
They're
that.
just
They're just like
yeah.
more like of the
A
mountain.
lot
So
of
they call them like
creative
stone
liberty
giants.
with how these are presented.
Yeah, they're not like 100 feet tall made of mountain. Like this presents like creation questions, like who created these creatures? Because like
And yeah,
every creature in Middle Earth has like a pretty strong genealogy for creation. Like you kind of know who created them and when and why. But this was clearly just like an action piece.
I mean, we're 2 hours through the movie. You gotta throw in some action. That shot was silly.
Oh
Oh no. Y'all get impaled or
yes,
what?
my main character definitely died.
Well, cancel the other films.
This is another problem with doing prequels is that like I know that these characters live. Like I know that Bilbo's not gonna die and Gandalf's not
It's
gonna
not
die.
an issue with doing a prequel. It's an issue with doing a scene like this where they make you think they're in
The
danger.
fake out, yeah.
You can still make a good prequel. You can still make a good origin story. Just don't include that on the checklist. Like, why do you do
Yeah.
that at all?
Do
Like,
it with
you
another
can,
character. Do it with a character
yeah,
who we don't know their fate is. That would work
you
better.
can you can show it in a way where it's not like implied that you're supposed to believe that they died.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing? What's the point of that? Like you think about that on paper. Think about that before you're filming it, you know?
Jesus Christ. This dialogue.
He said amongst us again.
Yep.
Dude.
You should have said seldom unoccupied are the caves in the mountain. Should have switched
Yeah.
the grammar.
Poor ventilation.
Yeah, you just die of smoke inhalation.
Yeah. No gas stove. Do you know how many people die each year by using gas appliances indoors?
Probably a lot.
A lot. People will get cold and then buy, or like a power will go out, like in the south, like in Texas or whatever. People will like, oh, I have a generator, but it's gas powered, and then it like,
It's so fucked.
yeah, displaces all the oxygen. Thanks, Greg Abbott. Fucking asshole. That shot.
Of him just opening his eyes perfectly.
Yeah.
Was
Like
I
that.
supposed to believe he was asleep?
I feel like that was a shot from the original trilogy too, right?
Probably.
Was that like not in the scene where Gandalf was sleeping with his eyes open in the
It would have been
which character? I
Pippin?
don't remember which character it was,
It
but I
would have
think
been
somebody did
Pippin
that.
if that was the case. But I think when I could be wrong because I don't remember very well. But I think when the camera cut to him, it already had his eyes open like Pippin did.
Oh,
But I could
maybe
be wrong.
it was in Return of the King.
It was
in Return of the King?
Yeah,
Who was
sorry.
it?
Yes, it was Return of the King. Yes, I got it wrong. I got the wrong movie.
You got to revoke your badge.
Yep.
Taking it. Sorry.
No, there's a lot of. I don't claim to be a Tolkien historian or an expert. There's gonna be I make mistakes. People are gonna call me up like, actually, the reason these elves are attractive is because they're men of Dale or something. It's gonna be like,
do
I
people
don't
call
know,
you up
man.
and say
I
that?
don't care.
Is there a precedent set for this? Do people do that? Do people at you?
Yeah, people are weird about their lord. I mean, people don't.
They've
like,
done this
not a
already,
lot of
is what
people
you're saying?
approach me, but no, not in this chat. Not in this chat. But like, if I
Okay.
was in a Tolkien forum or a YouTube
Okay, I'm
comment
sure.
section,
Yeah, if you're in a Tolkien forum,
I would
yeah.
get picked up for things.
Yeah. If you're in a Kimba the White Lion forum, you might see one
Exactly.
commenter, you know. Makes up for a lot of other commenters, but it's just one guy. It's just one guy
for him.
forever.
That guy's living a life.
Apparently.
World. What's your name again? Adam, $10 if you get this character's name.
Steve.
Close.
Also,
I
you
actually
shouldn't
don't
be
know his
giving me
name,
money.
so I couldn't tell you.
What's the name?
I don't know. I literally don't know.
Oh. So it could be Steve.
It could be. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not Steve.
What?
I don't think he's one of them. Beaufort, the
Really?
chat says.
Beaufort D's nuts.
Both of these nuts.
Surely that's a
What? They're just trapped. They're just sleeping on a trap door. Okay, they're all dead, right?
It doesn't look like a very safe slide to go. It looks like there's a lot of texture to maim you on the way down.
Yeah, and that like 600-pound man lands on top of you. You're not living.
No. You might be livid and then die. You know, at least there's more action set pieces in the second half. It took a while to get there, but
picks
like
up a bit more.
at least there's something stimulating.
Yeah, the sequence in the forest, especially like with the trolls, I feel like that's when the pace got really fucked because they really wanted to include the trolls, but they really didn't need to. They could have just gotten straight to Rivendell.
Was the dwarf's name really Bofer?
I think it is. Yeah,
Was no
I
one?
think it was.
No one was doing a Bofer D's nuts setup. Really?
Yeah, you got to it
That's
first.
great. I would never have guessed that. Bofer. If you were a lore master, you could have D's nuts to me.
I don't remember Bofer, but I'm sure he's there.
Oh no.
Okay, he's dead, right?
That's so weird. And the lighting
Like,
there
how many-
too.
Yeah.
They like lit him extra so that you could tell that he smashed against the side of a thing like down there. Everything else is dark, and then yeah, like why was he so well lit? There's the same lighting on the surface area he crashed into. Like what? A lot of lighting issues in this film, just not helping the CG. Rocking out.
This guy's got he's got a kit.
Yeah, an actual drum kit. Some Mad Max shit. Ew. What are you doing?
Amazing. It's okay. It's their fetish.
Feet crushies?
Oh God! Why is the villain singing? Is this a Disney movie?
This is a musical. I don't remember this character. I think I've repressed them. I remember the orc I want to fuck, and that's it.
Okay, like, I'm so confused. Like there weren't like a bunch of songs and musical numbers in the first film, right? Like,
No.
why are they like? And they're trying to follow the formula that made the first movie successful. This is such a strange.
They did really.
risk
They
to
did
take.
turn this into a musical. Weirdly.
Remember we were watching a Goofy movie and you were like, I don't remember there being this many songs. It's like it's like that.
You kind
It's
of
like, why are there so
they're
many?
filling up time with nothing, and then later in your life you don't remember that they were there because your brain didn't process anything. There's nothing memorable.
It's a 3-hour movie. Why are there so many musical? It's a short book. Make it a 2-hour movie and make 3 of them if you really want to.
Someone should pop his chin. I want to pop that shit. No, actually, I don't remember that song. It's not catchy.
I like how the writers are being like, wasn't that a good song?
That line was probably in the script before they wrote the song. So he looks like a rat.
Yeah. The Jackson movies did like something interesting where like they like turned like goblins, orcs, and urukai into like their own kind of different races. When Tolkien kind of just used them all interchangeably. Like, they're all kind of literally just orcs. But in these films, the goblins look like this, and they're a bit more like, hunched and scaly, and they have like shell armor, and like the orcs are more like run down and beefy, and the urukai have like steel armor and shit. They kind of like took that liberty, which I don't mind, like canonically, but I feel like they're leaning really hard into it here. Into like, these are goblins.
All right, thank you so much for the sub, Stevens Walking. I am adding Lee's Bakery to my list. Thank you so much.
That's a euphemism.
Yeah, I like finding good Asian food in Georgia. It makes me feel like I'm back home.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, damn, you got Asian food here too. It's not as popular, but Bonebreaker.
Wait, I like how he could eyeball them and be like, that one's the youngest. Don't tell
Yeah,
me
there
this
isn't
character
one
just
that's like
recognizes.
one doesn't
Okay, good.
particularly stand out as the youngest.
This character's
Remind me
very
about the cartoon Hobbit
annoying.
movie when we're on the third one of these, because we'll know if we feel like it by that point.
I like how every shot of Thorin, if you cut them together, is just
Yeah,
him starting looking down and then looking
yeah,
up
doing
slowly
that
and
look.
coolly.
He is the Aragorn of this film.
Aragorn was never presented like this. He's just trying
I
really
know,
hard
but
to be very cool.
it's like an attempt at what they think it might have been.
What I really liked about Aragorn in the first movies and Vigo's portrayal of him was that he actually had a lot of like he was very weak as a character. Like he had a lot of weaknesses. He was like emotional. He was sensitive. He was like
He had some
insecure.
vulnerabilities, but he was still a fucking badass.
It's like it made it so that when he was strong and he was brave and he took risks and put himself in danger, you kind of like
Yeah,
liked him more because you already saw him like being kind of more insecure about can I really be the king? There's a
yeah.
weakness in my
He was a
veins.
great
It like
character
meant
despite
more.
not having like a huge, you know, dialogue.
Yeah, like what are Thorin's weaknesses? That he's
Oh,
stubborn?
hey.
Oh, this is this is
He's
riddles in the
got
dark.
them cat eyes. Dude.
Dude, Andy Serkis.
Smeagol. Andy Serkis just lost a bunch of weight for this role,
Did he?
and it's not CG. That's really him.
Oh. I feel like you would ask him to lose weight so you can animate him so you can take him out more easily.
Okay, I believe that one, Jackson. Andy Serkis was apparently second unit director for the Hobbit trilogy. Yeah, I can believe that.
I can see it.
All right, take it.
Oh, the ring theme.
Yeah.
Bloody hands. I like that there's two characters. There's the Smeagol and Gollum character talking to each other.
Classic.
Yep. Reincorporated.
Hmm.
Pretty sure this song is from like this song he's singing is also from the original trilogy.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds familiar. It's his before meal prayer.
I like that. What that's so kind of goofy.
That's
Like the sword just
weird.
stopped. Like it's a
Because it
fucking
only because it noticed the
yeah.
heartbeat.
Like it's hooked up to his life support. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's an
It's a flat.
EKG.
It's flat lines.
Beep.
That's what he said.
Sharp.
Hmm. Like I was just
Why
volunteering
would
all
you
this
say that?
information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like why would just in case you need to find your
Yeah, if you
stolen
ever need to find my
property.
son who has your ring, or my sorry, my
Yeah.
nephew.
Like why would you say where you're from right after you
He
stole
does
shit?
say this in the books. He does reveal his identity
That's
to
funny.
Gollum in the books. Yep. I lo-
Do mountains have roots?
I don't know.
Why?
Ask
I don't
Tolkien.
understand that part. Mountains have roots?
Couldn't tell
I
you.
guess no, yeah, you would call it the root of the mountain.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's just a pun. That would, it's another
Oh,
word for like
nice.
a
We get the more
yeah.
visual representation of the switch between characters.
Hmm. Wow, that's where that was the GIF actually, wasn't it?
I think
No, it
so, yeah.
wasn't. Was it? Or maybe is it from this movie? Or did they just do a similar animation to one of the first three films? No way.
I'm not sure.
Somebody let me know about that. It is from this movie. Okay, wow. My ass. I like how they just have these like these
Yep.
catalogs of
This
riddles ready to
this
go.
this chapter is called Riddles in the Dark.
Nice.
And Gandalf like says that phrase in the first film when he's thinking of the ring. He's like, riddles in the dark. They're really
That
having
could be
fun
a
with the
GIF. Why
animation.
isn't that one a
Yeah.
GIF? That was a poop GIF. How
Yep.
come I don't see that one? What do you get when you cross an owl with a bungee cord? My
Uh,
ass. Yeah. There's a point where you should just stab him. CG's
I
not bad in
guess.
this scene.
Yeah. I think they just are really
The
comfortable with
lighting,
animating this character because of how much they
they
had
put
to do it.
more care and detail into it, yeah.
Yeah.
The lighting matches the environment really well for the most part.
Yeah.
No. You just held up 2 fingers. Unless I didn't see the thumb. It's lost. Yeah, maybe don't tell him. Yeah. How it interacts with the environment, like the real water. It's nice.
Mustn't ask us not his business is also a line from the original trilogy. I
Mm.
love that. I haven't watched the scene before, and I really like the tension because I know like how it's
Yeah.
supposed to go. Like I know how the scene goes, but like it still felt really good, really tense, well acted. Oh, it's so good.
Nice job. Stab him. What are you doing? Stab. All right.
He doesn't know how to fight. Oh yeah, there's this thing happening that I don't care about.
Yeah.
There's this motherfucker's just singing and chant. It's like such a juxtaposition between that intense,
I
like
know.
clearly, carefully directed scene
Yeah.
where they're
I,
like,
I was
take,
waiting for a moment to fill my
there's,
drink. I'm gonna take that now. Hold on.
yeah. Like, what am I watching? Ah, that's so boring, dude. Yeah, man.
What'd they do?
You missed it. He just came back, and in 3 seconds, he like wiped the floor with them with like a magic
Oh,
spell.
whatever. Faux hammer. Echo 419. Slice off a nipple. Nope.
Like, I understand that you wanted some like other thing to happen while you filmed that scene, but I don't know about this. I don't know if this was it, Chief. Oh yeah, it's about to get more ridiculous. I remember this sequence. I
From
remember
the video
like
essay.
the specific. Yeah, this is the video where like they're like sliding in the mountain and shit, like a roller coaster.
I think that is this movie.
Is it this movie?
I think it is.
If
Yeah.
it's not this movie, that would be really sad. If there's
It
more
might
than
be the
one
second movie. Oh
where there
no,
was
sorry.
something really hokey happening.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's another. Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think you're right. I think actually, wait. I don't know. It might not be. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Wow, that's a funny.
Oh,
You think you
don't
wouldn't
do
just
it.
like?
Why?
you
Oh
wouldn't just-
no!
That's weird.
They just did the thing.
They did just do the thing. You think that if you were caught in that crevice so tightly that your buttons ripped off, that the buttons themselves wouldn't be that
Weren't the
one moment
issue,
between
yeah.
just being free and not free. Like,
Yeah.
the buttons rip off, you shouldn't immediately get like, "Whoa, I'm free." Should be like, you should be struggling for
There's
like
more
10
there,
seconds, like
yeah.
squeeze a little, like adjust, like Leo DiCaprio
No,
in
you were
Inception
literally
when
just
the
caught on the
thing got
buttons.
smaller. Yeah, just the buttons. Music does a lot.
Wow.
He's strong. And they're stupid. Oh, there's a few of them doing it. They're coordinated.
They are.
If this existed with shit music. Oh,
Oh,
Wilhelm.
yeah.
At least it was in the other movies.
I wonder if Peter Jackson made cameos in these movies. I know he did in all 3 of the originals. I haven't seen him yet, but he could have easily made it a subtle one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whee!
Like,
Damn. Really interesting drink. Spicy ranch water. It's pretty good. I dig it. Equally as phony as Rings of Power, I disagree wholeheartedly. You must not have as much stake in the music, or might have different tastes in music.
yeah, there's a lot of things
Because
that help
there's a
this.
huge. Yeah, this is way better than Rings of Power.
This is still like, as an action scene, like I don't know what to make of it. It's still like very, yeah.
It's fine and doesn't compare to the original trilogy, but it's after the first, I don't know, hour and 45 minutes of the movie where like there was barely anything stimulating going on. There's little notes of the emotions I would like to feel within this.
And I'm also, again, I mentioned, like, we're getting a lot of Gandalf superpowers. Like, he just blew up a rock. He, like, laid them all out earlier. Like, that would have been a good spell to use when they broke through the doors of Minas Tirith, I'm thinking. Like, I'm just thinking of, like, situations where, you know, if Gandalf can do this with his powers, why didn't he do it in the original trilogy in situations where it made sense for him to do it? Where did you come from? Wait, did he just burst out of the ground?
Yeah. He's the Balrog. Ow!
Wow, this guy. That's the stupidest thing.
Wow.
This guy just does. Well, I'm
For
dead
that to
now.
say,
Like,
yeah.
what?
We are not doing all 3 movies in a row now. We're going to figure out when we're doing the other one. That was a weird shot.
So they're dead, right?
It's funny that there were layers of them that compressed on top of each other, but they're all okay.
No broken bones.
No impalements. Even after that. Just, we're hurt more. We are mildly perturbed.
We are in more pain.
It feels more like a kid's movie.
It is a kid's book, kind of, but they didn't have to,
And
like,
yet,
I don't know.
it's also trying to be Lord of the Rings at the same time.
I mean, I feel like a
We
kid
just saw a
could
character's
watch.
throat get slit, you know? Like,
Yeah. I feel like a kid could watch the original trilogy and enjoy it.
mm-hmm. How old were you when you first saw it? Did you see it when it came out?
Around when it came out, yeah. So I would have been like maybe like 10 years
9?
old, 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Like 9, 10, 11, 12, because like that's like all the movies coming out around that time.
Yeah, I
Are we gonna get
distinctly remember seeing the original trilogy in theaters. So
are we gonna get Gandalf voiceover? Or not? Okay, that's good.
I like how it makes your sword invisible.
That is helpful. Your clothes, everything. What are the rules? If Cam, you know, if Cam
I
was
would
here, he'd
like
be
to
asking,
know, yeah.
what happens if I touch someone else? Can I break 2 people invisible? What if we're wearing
If
a
you
shirt, but like you're wearing one arm, I'm wearing the other one, and I put the ring on? What happens?
if you're holding someone and they're not invisible and then you kill them making them an inanimate object, do they become invisible within an instant like the sword changed glowingness? Would it just know?
That's a good question. Oh, he knows. Yeah, it would have been so easy for this movie to do a thing where, like, as he was about to kill him, you hear Gandalf's voice going like, "True courage is not knowing when to take life, but when to
Yeah,
spare
Jiminy
one."
Cricket shows up. Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Jiminy Cricket shows
Oh
up.
God. They're literally just numbers to him. Like it's not
Gandalf's got a
Legolas,
good
Boromir,
memory.
Gimli. It's like 7, 8,
Yeah.
9.
Why are they such assholes?
I don't. It's because Thorin doesn't have a
Why are they
personality.
assuming the worst? You are so uncharitable.
It's because they
Why?
need to have an arc where like Bilbo and Thorin make up and become friends by the end, and so they need forced conflict in the beginning.
That's so
So
weird.
Thorin just hates Bilbo for no reason.
I was hiding behind this tree, eavesdropping, actually. I bet you're embarrassed. Good music. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
oh, Gandalf, the eye.
watchful
Oh, so
eye.
good. His eye acting, dude. It's on a
Yeah.
different level.
I mean, you could tell from the performance, so that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
It doesn't have to be
Little
subtle. I
little
mean, it
twitch
is,
in
but
there,
like,
yeah.
yeah. You're still cutting out a little bit, by the way, in Discord. If I'm interrupting you, I don't mean to be interrupting you, but I can tell your
No,
mouth is
you're
moving
not.
sometimes.
You're not. Don't worry. Sorry.
All right.
It's better that I'm cutting out on your end than you cutting out on my end for the recording.
Yep, that makes sense.
So I'll make sure I initiate the call next time too, because that's probably a factor.
Harsh.
Maybe that's what I should do on Scoot Stream. Maybe I should do a call instead of the server.
I find the server works pretty well for me. People like almost never, unless there's a mic issue on their end.
He's been cutting out occasionally, but we'll try a few different things.
Oh, you look fake as fuck.
Was that in the book?
I have no idea. I'm not gonna remember that specific line.
Yes, it was. Oh, well, there we go.
He also wrote it in like the 50s or something.
It was the 50s?
I don't know. Like it was published in like the 70s, I think.
Jesus.
I can check when he wrote it.
30s. Okay, that sounds
Okay,
more
there we
like
go.
it.
Oh yeah, The Hobbit is published in 37. That's insane. Yeah, he's an old man. That's right. I have an edition from the 70s. It was published way earlier.
That weird flip he did.
I like
That
how this
sound
character's
effect.
entire personality is that he's fat.
Oh, of course. You got to have one.
Like I don't think he said a single line.
No.
It's just everything's been a visual gag that he's fat and round. Oh, he's gonna do more magic, is he? Oh, this.
Turn into a chicken.
By the way, that's like a common like I don't want to say misconception, but it is. In the initial
Oh,
movie, when he
it
gets out by
communicated. It didn't turn into, right?
not only did it not turn into like the idea is that he
Yeah.
summoned an eagle, but he didn't. Like that's not why the eagle saves
Mhm.
him from the top of Isengard canonically. Canonically, it's actually the eagle actually meets up with Radagast, and Radagast tells the eagle that Gandalf's on the top of the tower, and that's why. And the eagle's Squai here. He's the Lord of the Eagles. Gandalf doesn't do some magic and summon an eagle. That's never how it was canonically. But I don't mind that they did that in the films because they eventually got rid of Radagast in the final cut of the original trilogy,
Yeah.
and they brought him in this.
I still don't understand what you could possibly use that arm for. Like, what do you do?
You can't like, stabbing people with
You
it
just
would be
stabbed
painful.
yourself. Yeah, it would just push it further back.
Like, how was it
It would hurt
affixed to
you.
your? Yeah. How is it affixed to your anatomy?
Like you have wrist straps on your other arm. Have you not thought about strapping something to your arm?
Just do a hook like a pirate, and you're fine. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy.
Yeah.
Or just leave it a stub.
Damn.
This
Them's
character,
dogs
dude.
hate trees. There's some narfs or something. Some tree dogs. Were they narfs or scrunts?
I believe they are scrunts.
They are scrunts. There was a Madam Narf.
There was a Madam Narf, yes.
Yeah. This is very convenient.
Yeah, the trees are just dominoes. Oh, that little symbol crash when he hooked onto that branch. I see you, editor.
Yeah. This is the only orc I would fuck. I think he's kind of attractive.
He's kind of hot, yeah.
Yeah. The other ones, not so much.
More magic. At least it's fire magic. It's the right kind of magic for Gandalf. Because he has so Gandalf, fun fact, has one of the magical rings. He has one of the elvish rings. He's wearing it. It's Narya, which is the ring of courage or the ring of fire.
Because he's white? No, because he's not as dirty. He's not as decomposing. He happens to be white. I don't know why I should even feel like I have to defend myself on that one.
Say he's more blue than white, but yeah.
I'd say brownish gold.
I'm trying to figure out the physics of how the tree would stay still like that. Like once most of its roots are not touching the ground.
I don't know.
He's a strong old man. I like how we just get reaction shots of Azog. Like, he's not even fighting. He's just like, haha, or grr, or hey. It's just all reaction shots. Okay. That's not the right theme to be using here.
Yeah, you're right. That's a completely different theme. That was with
That's like the
Nazgul.
That's like the Ring Wraith theme.
Thank you. Should not be using it here. I agree. No good reason for it. When it's so heavily associated with one thing.
It's slightly differently orchestrated too. Those 16th notes on the strings are not in the original as far as I remember. It's also speeding up. Get him! Boss fight! Oh, okay. Okay. It's funny. I like how he's still got the shield. He's just put shit on it. Okay, that just would kill you, I think. He's dead, right?
No! That was, yeah, lighting did not match in that shot.
Oh.
This is like when they took the Hobbits. No.
Very head obsessed, this guy.
Give head. Some call him Andrew Callahan. Too soon?
Your chat was just telling me about the drama.
Oh,
I don't know who he is.
that's okay. Too triumphant.
Triumphant music. Yep. Like he said, he hasn't won yet. He just saved you for a second.
Good night.
Get it? Classic
That
getting
was
knocked
really
out
funny.
in movies. That one's got a weird head.
Bap!
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the sped up version.
I just hate it. I hate it. Like they just took it from the first movie where he just summons them with a moth,
Yeah.
and they just like took it up to 10. Is that Gwai here? Why do they look more fake?
But
Lol.
still infinitely better than Rings of Power. I mean, like, I'm
Definitely.
still, yeah, I'm just, I was right in that the best way to watch this is soon after Rings of Power. It's great.
It's much
not great, but
it's much better directed, I would say. Like
everything,
it feels like
music,
like he had a
directing,
vision. It's what was that?
production value, music, directing, production value. There's a lot of elements that are just better.
Production value is a weird one
assembled.
considering they spent like $1 billion on that, on like Rings of Power, however much they spent.
Apparently for 5 seasons, so I wonder how much total for this trilogy they spent. We should look up the
Okay.
budget, actually. That would be an interesting thing. Unexpected journey
this is
budget.
really pretty.
180 million for that movie. So yeah, it's going to be under $1 billion for the whole 5 seasons, but there's more runtime to the 5 seasons of Rings of Power,
That's fair.
so it's spread
Yeah.
out more, I guess.
So it has to be cheaper, yeah. I don't know if you ended up watching the like 8-hour video like of like the person just rewriting like how he thought the 5 seasons of Ring of Power should progress thematically.
No, I watched parts of it. I didn't go through
Yeah.
that whole thing. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It was really long.
I don't think you expected me to.
No. He just happened to be going on a plane, so I was like, might as well try.
Yeah. I had some other stuff queued up.
Yeah, very fair.
Oh.
That was fast.
Gandalf.
Just put it. So then Gandalf puts his palm over the face of Thorin and mutters some words, and Thorin comes back to life. And scene.
You
Thanks,
did it.
screenwriter. There's no way Philippa wrote this, right? Do we know who the writers are? Did they get Fran Walsh and Philippa Boyd?
I have no idea. All right.
It's so stupid.
Amongst it, amongst
I
us has
know.
shown up 3 times. He said it every time.
That was a fast
Aw.
resolution. They introduced that They introduced
He's
this
like,
conflict.
he's a real Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
He's like, this food, I'm so happy. It was cooked. Perfect.
This food is unbelievable. It's amazing. It's shit. Like you could say like just these open-ended like statements. I've never tasted anything like this in
Oh,
my
I
life.
haven't gone over the edit yet, fanboy. I'm on a backlog of some plays edits right now, so I'm trying my best to get to it. There's also an Adam and Pals I gotta get to. Heads up, I believe it was Jackson that said they're gonna do a Crowdcat style edit. I don't know how experienced you are with editing. My one suggestion: make sure to level the audio so that you're not using a bunch of different clips from different sources and some are way louder than others. That'll make your video infinitely more watchable than if it isn't. That's my suggestion. Go through the footage, cut out everything that's boring, arrange it appropriately, and then watch through the whole thing again and cut out everything that's boring on the second watch. Arrange it appropriately, watch it again, cut out everything that's boring on the third watch, and keep doing that process until you watch it and nothing was boring or pointless. And then adjust the audio. There's your pro tips for making YouTube content.
You gotta get a teaser.
You mean the story's not over? Is that the butthole?
It might be. I've seen
That's
a lot
the
of
butt.
animations
Oh,
that
no.
would suggest it
Never mind.
was. Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen.
Kitty. There's gonna be a dragon in the next movie.
Oh god.
But it's not even a dragon. Were you ever
Fran
around
Walsh
for the
and Philippa
controversy of the fact that it's not a dragon?
And Guillermo del Toro?
Oh yeah, he's attached.
He's attached to the screenplay, apparently. All right,
Apparently
what were you
there's a
saying?
different version that he could have made or something. Are you
No,
aware of
apparently,
the dragon controversy?
With this movie?
I mean,
Or
well,
like-
I won't even say anything about it.
Okay.
We'll wait until the next movie to discuss it.
yeah, I don't think I'm aware of
I'll
it.
see. Yeah, nobody say anything about it.
All right, I won't read the chat. Neil Finn singing. Yeah, it looked like, and I could be wrong. The screenplay was Philippa Walsh, or Fran Walsh, Philippa Boyens, Peter Jackson, and Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
So really, when
So apparently-
the problem was adding Guillermo, is from what I understand.
No, apparently he was supposed to direct, and that got canceled.
see.
So I don't know what the whole deal
Yeah.
was.
I see.
So, did any of the three? Oh, I love how early Elijah gets billing. Did any of the 3 original trilogy have songs with lyrics in the end credits?
Yes, I think all 3 did.
They
I
did?
could be wrong. So one of them was "May It Be," which is Enya. I remember that one was. I'm pretty sure that one's at the end of the first movie, but I could be wrong. I don't know about the rest, but they were all originally composed for the film. This one, I don't know how I feel about this particular version of the song. Like, I don't know who this person singing is and why he's got such a soft
Little
country
too
voice.
what's the word? Hipstery? Little modern
Yeah, it feels
modern
like
folk
a folk
hipstery.
song, like a modern, like an indie, like a modern indie
Yeah.
folk song.
Yeah, indie folk. And I will leave no comments to the end credits song in the next film, and we will just
Okay.
see how we react to that one.
I'm ready to get fucking like
Because I
Nirvana
remember
or some
that one
shit.
more than this one.
Yeah, let me check.
So, yeah, how do you feel? The second unit director, Andy Serkis. More like, go back to the circus, you fucking clown.
Got him. I think the story. I don't know, like it's not bad. Like the film, it's not good. But there are enough parts that are digestible where it's like the White Council. I
Yeah.
like watching that scene. The opening was fine, like inoffensive. Some of the I have to turn this off. Okay, I'm gonna turn off this music.
You can turn the
awful.
music down. You can mute it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What if there's a post credits?
Yeah, I'll wait for that.
I don't think there is, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I think like there was a lot of like problems obviously with pacing. I think the troll scene was unnecessary. I think the whole Goblin Town sequence was stupid. I think you could have obviously the mountain troll thing was unnecessary. Some of the characters are really wooden, especially like Thorin, ironically, Thorin Oakenshield. Because like there's just no personality to these characters. Like I know what your story is in the sense that like, oh, you're like a lost king trying to reclaim your kingdom, but like I don't care about you as a character in any way. And obviously the rest of the company is like super forgettable and there's way too many of them and they really didn't need that many. So I don't know, it's just like there's a lot of issues with the film that maybe could have been seen ahead of time. But clearly they wanted to do things a certain way. Too many musical numbers for sure. The score was mostly pretty good and offensive with a couple of like weird choices in the middle. Yeah, I don't know how I would rate this.
I would give it a high 5. I'm changing my rating. When I saw it in theaters, I gave it a 6. I'm giving it a 5, closer to a 6 than a 4, but I think 5 is fine.
I think 5
I think
is
a high
fair.
5 is good. Yeah.
Yeah. The cast, I like Lee Pace. I wanted to see more of Lee. I think we'll see more of him in like the second and third movies. I think
the fact that I had to be forced to watch it to even see it again says something. The fact that I literally never would have watched this movie again in my entire life if it hadn't been recommended on the podcast, or unless I decided to watch it with you just for content or something, you know?
Yeah. I'll watch the other two and decide, because I'm sure like after the other two, there's like some I heard like from what I remember from the Lindsay Ellis video, like there was a way of like there's a love story that hasn't happened yet that's apparently going to be really cringe, and the whole like I know that Smaug doesn't die in the second film and it's teased to the third film and he dies in like the beginning of the third film.
Looks like you're banned. You've spoiled. You're banned.
I don't give a fuck.
Get banned.
Like,
you're banned now.
It's just like I know that there's like issues like that where like from a story perspective they really should have planned the whole thing out and made it make a bit more sense. So I'm not looking forward to that. But I enjoy Christopher Lee. I will say one thing that's interesting. I was going to mention about the White Council scene. In the interviews, Christopher Lee talks about, and we're going to get this in the second and third movie too. He talks about how, in his opinion, in this trilogy, Saruman's character is a good guy, basically, and he's like being sincere when he says like, I don't think there's anything wrong happening, and I will fight Sauron and I'll help like get rid of him, blah blah blah. And Christopher Lee plays it that way as an actor, like he's playing the character, trying, in his opinion, to convey that yes, he's still a harsh man, blah blah blah, but he's also just a good guy. But canonically, at this point in the story, Saruman's actually trying to work within the White Council to kind of subvert it for his own needs. He's trying to find, at this point, he's like sent spies to look for the ring in the Anduin, because he's still looking for he's looking for the ring. right? And he doesn't. He wants to
Mhm.
delay the attack on Dol Guldur and on the Necromancer because he wants to buy himself more time. And then once he realizes that the truth about that and that the ring he might not be able to find the ring right away, he agrees to attack Dol Guldur. So so I'm curious like what story Christopher Lee was told or what story Christopher Lee read and why he decided, or he and Peter Jackson ostensibly together decided, let's try to make Saruman like a better character in this one when he didn't really need to be. He could have been played as kind of like a slightly nefarious, scheming kind of person with still who's pretending to be good. And I think that would work just as well. So, and his performance is what I was looking for, is what kind of subtle stuff he's doing regarding that, because that's kind of interesting to me that he has a different read on the character. So that was the only thing I was going to mention about the White Council in the middle of it.
Okay. Yeah. Um.
Yeah, we'll see more of it in the second and third films.
Mhm. The reason I almost choked on my drink is because this is a spicy ranch water, and so there's like spicy fumes in it. Inhaled a bit of spice, so yeah, it's a bloated movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Painted Donkey, it's good. Wind Burns says, Gael, isn't there a retcon with how Bilbo got the rings from Gollum in Lord of the Rings? Well, depends on if you take the flashback literally, I guess, but right?
Yeah, I don't think again, like a lot of it is like I don't really care. So
Unreliable
the reality is
narrator
like
Bilbo sort
ironically,
of
I don't
thing.
really
Like,
care about like that kind of detail as long as it's presented in service of a story. Right? Like in that
yeah.
instance, it was presented like in service of that scene and how that scene wanted to play out. And I thought that scene was really strong. I think it was well done. Um, so I don't mind that they made it like he doesn't just pick up the ring and run away. Like I understand why they have to do that in the first movie because they're not going to show you all of Riddles in the Dark in the 3 seconds in the prologue where they have to be like, oh yeah, also Bilbo found the ring. Like they had so much information to give you in that prologue for the first movie that they just had to like cut things out for time. And there's a lot of things that they cut out in the first movie that I don't mind that they cut out. Like they cut out Tom Bombadil, who everyone loves, and it would have been cool to see him, but they cut him out. They cut out Radagast the Brown, who actually plays a big part in the plot of that story, but they just kind of replaced him, right? They cut out Glorfindel completely, which I'm a little upset about, but at the same time, I understand why they cut him out. His story can be more told better in the second age, and then you can bring him back later. So like it's not like a new thing for them to cut out characters and change things to service the story. I'm definitely open to it. I just want it to make sense and for what it's going for to be enjoyable and good, which the Goblin Town sequence, for example, really wasn't. So then you have to ask yourself, why did they include this? Why did they add these characters? That kind of thing. So
I dig that image, fanboy. It's a good Kimba frame. Were you
oh my
eating pizza
god,
on
it's
stream?
great.
It's great! Take one bite and I'll take a bite out of you.
Oh god.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, it's great. There's some good Kimba moments. It's a shame that you'd have to watch the show to experience those moments, unless you just watch my video.
True.
I've it was not just a debunking of Kimba, it was a what do we call it? Lifeboat for people who wanted to experience like just the good parts of Kimba and not have to suffer through the show.
You suffered, so we don't have to.
Exactly. I'm the suffer critic. All right, yeah, that was fun. Not terrible. I can understand its criticisms, but like, yeah. Even when I watched it the first time, I was kind of like, I gave it a 6 initially, so I wasn't left with that bad of an impression. And I think that's due to most of its action happening in the second half of the film. It's a bit of a slog to get there, but once it gets there, it's not like there's no amazing scenes in this, but there's good scenes. There's effective scenes and good music.
Yeah. Did you like the second and third movies more or less than this one?
I think I rated the second movie the highest, if you're curious.
Okay.
But I won't. I guess I won't say too much more than that.
Yeah, we'll see.
I predict my ratings will change for all three of them.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I predict they'll be like 1 star lower for all three, but we'll see. All right. That was a lot of fun, and I will. Did you want to do the second movie like at some point tomorrow, or
Oh, tomorrow is
you
what
can? If
day?
you don't want to
Thursday?
respond now, we can wait until we're not live streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, I might be able to do Thursday. I might not be able to do Friday, Saturday. Maybe
Sure.
Sunday or Monday for the third.
I'll be busy on Sunday. I'll be out of town Monday. Um,
Okay.
so if we
Tuesday, Wednesday.
do,
We'll see.
well, if we let me grab my calendar because we could always, if we're down for it, we could do 2 tomorrow, and I could push back some other stuff. If you're down for 2 tomorrow, just to get them out of the way.
We'll see. Well, maybe if we start early, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Just hit me up. We'll figure it out. Might be able to squeeze sometime in, like sometime during the weekend, depending on like what time. 'Cause I
Yeah,
know
I
Friday
mean,
morning I'm also free. Probably.
my time zone's later, so I can wake up early if I need to.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure it
Cool.
out.
Have a good night. Thank you for joining. Everybody, also, there's pinned messages in the YouTube chat and in the Twitch chat. If you click on those messages, you'll see Gael's PayPal. It's paypal.me/Vexelg, VEXELG. Send Gael a tip. He's between jobs. He's providing very informative and entertaining commentary on the Lord of the Rings films. Some good fan
Yeah, and some of you already sent me,
tidbits,
and I really
and
appreciate it. Thank you guys.
yeah, send him more. Yeah, thank you so much. I will end the
Thank
call,
you, Adam.
and
Yep.
I'll figure out if
Enjoy the rest of
I'm
your
ending the
evening.
stream or not. But yeah, have a good
Yep.
night.
Good night.
Evening. Peace. Cool. That was fun.